The tape of Caitlin Clark's training in Europe that was recently leaked is everything we've been waiting for. It's the clearest indication of how a truly credible league handles its top players.
No matter how the cachet of the WNBA elevates, remember, it could have been even better. You messed it up. You messed it.
There is no one eye prodding her or one hip checking her into the stands. You can almost see the light on Clark's face as she appears free, happy, and totally unconcerned. The days of putting up with cheap shots, dirty hits, and all that foolishness are over.
So now give me the reasons why. She's gone.
The best part is that there is no racial tension, no plotting against the league's best players in Europe. The players keep to themselves, and Clark can now concentrate on what she does best: dominate on the court. The difference is obvious, and it makes sense that she is staying in a league that genuinely recognizes greatness.
I have honestly never seen a company fumble the bag so hard like the WNBA fumbled Caitlin Clark.
It's like a whole new Caitlin Clark, and she's having the time of her life. She's grinning, hitting threes like they're layups, and throwing no-look passes like it's just another day at the park. She's playing like she's finally free from all the nonsense, free from all the cheap shots, and definitely free from the constant hate she had to deal with in the WNBA.
I think it's a good number. Threes were a little bit, I wouldn't say lower. I'll still take 63, but I want to be more so around 70 if I can. 81 mid-range is really, really good.
There's no fear, no hesitation, no wondering if she's going to get smacked in the face or have someone try to take her out. Instead, in Europe, they genuinely value talent, love her, and celebrate her. She's not dodging dirty looks or elbows. Instead, she's finally being treated like the superstar she is. It's as if she's escaped a nightmare and landed in basketball.
And it sucks that so much of it was riddled with so much drama and so much negativity and so many
And the league that thought they could just sit back and watch as Caitlin Clark was repeatedly poked in the eye, body-checked, and disrespected is crying and complaining about how they lost their star. But let's face it, it was their fault because they made it unbearable for her. How many times did we witness Clark take a cheap shot with the referee standing there as if nothing had happened? And what did the WNBA do? Nothing but allow it to happen repeatedly.
Like we talked about in our locker room after the game ended, where obviously people were pretty disappointed in the outcome.
However, Europe does not have that mess or Kennedy Carter. Back at the WNBA headquarters, you can practically hear the sobbing. Perhaps because you treated her like a punching bag instead of the face of your league. Perhaps because you allowed all that jealousy and hate from other players to ruin what could have been the greatest rookie season ever. The WNBA created this mess, and now they're scrambling to figure out how to fix it. No one is out there trying to destroy her just because she's not like them. She's not dealing with players who hate her because she's not like them.
Caitlin Clark has now broke that glass ceiling, and they should be bowing at her. She's going to create jobs and money.
To hell with the WNBA. They're nothing. They're nobody. No one's watching.
They lost.
Clark was their golden ticket, and they blew it. Now that she's playing in a league that knows how to respect its stars, no one is throwing elbows, no one is out there with some racial agenda trying to take her down. And the best part is that she's laughing and smiling for the first time in forever because she doesn't have to worry about some jealous player coming for her. In Europe, they actually appreciate her skill and don't hate her because she's great. They celebrate her all year, but now they're going to face the harsh reality of their increased the WNBA's viewership by an incredible 142% in 2024 on her own. Without her, the league was essentially a glorified scrimmage league that no one was interested in.
The most expensive seats to see Caitlin Clark were selling for over $4,000. When she played Angel Reese in the regular season, average ticket was selling for $300.
Now that she's heading to Europe, the fragile little growth they were holding onto is on life support and is on the verge of flatlining. What did they anticipate would happen when their most watched and exciting player made the decision to bounce? The WNBA's purported new fan base is going to disappear faster than the league's dignity.
They're not offering tickets in those sections because they can't sell the damn...
Now that she's gone, the WNBA is left with a group of players that can't even hope to garner half the attention. The WNBA without Clark is like a car without an engine going nowhere and completely unwatchable. Good luck trying to replace that engagement and hype. Nobody else in that league is even close. Clark's viral moments, whether they were draining half-court threes or her no-look passes, were the only reason people bothered checking Instagram, TikTok, or any platform with the WNBA's name on it.
When they got eliminated from the playoffs, the attendance dropped.
And let's not forget about her compensation for a moment. Clark made $70,000 in her debut season. It's absurd that the WNBA believed they could afford to pay its biggest player peanuts while she was virtually carrying the league on her back.
And even our biggest star in the league, Caitlin Clark, is only making a base salary of around $76,000 or $78,000 for this first season. She signed.
But now that Europe is giving her 10 times that amount, Clark won't have to put up with the WNBA's garbage any longer, and she's going to make real money while the league continues to treat its players like they work part-time at a fast food restaurant. You think the other players aren't aware that the WNBA is about to witness a full-on talent exodus, and Clark is leading the charge? No one in their right mind would stay in a league that can't even pay its best player what she is worth.
Feel like there could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10.
Without Clark, the WNBA's sponsorships and endorsements are going to take a serious hit. Brands like Nike and Adidas were paying for the other players because Clark was the golden ticket and the face of everything they wanted to market, and now that she's gone, those brands are probably planning their exit strategy. After all, the WNBA essentially sabotaged itself. Losing Clark isn't just a blow, it's a disaster. It seems like they don't even know how to stop the bleeding.
They announced yesterday they plan to commit $15 million over the next 2 seasons so players can fly on chartered planes. The league faced backlash on social media when Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and the team were seen walking through a Dallas airport headed to a commercial flight.
Meanwhile, the leaked foot of Clark training is being devoured by Europe, producing a flurry in Spain. With Clark at the forefront, European basketball is growing and poised to become a global powerhouse. Their teamwork style, precision, and actual skills are a perfect fit for Clark, who is set to elevate her game beyond anything the WNBA could ever hope to provide. She will no longer be subjected to cheap shots, dirty hits, or drama.
Professional level and voiced frustration with the league's officiating, recently telling reporters, quote, "I feel like I'm getting hammered and everybody is physical with me, and opponents get away with things that other people don't get away with." That's what Caitlin Clark's.
The reason why more and more players are viewing Europe as a golden age is obvious. Europe treats its players like the stars they are, providing them with chartered flights, first-rate lodging, none of the WNBA commercial flight nonsense, and a salary of $500,000 per season, not including all the other benefits that come with it. The WNBA is only sitting there, obliviously watching as the European League emerges as the true destination for women's basketball.
With the WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the offseason. But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even...
Clark is not only transforming her own career, but also the WNBA and women's basketball scene as a whole believed they were untouchable. But Europe is the future now, and to be honest, the WNBA deserves to be forgotten because of the way they treated Clark.
Why are these fans? If the WNBA is more, it is, and I get it. Why are people?
The WNBA may weep all they want and complain about losing their biggest star, but the reality is that they forced her to leave and made it impossible for her to stay. Now that they're paying the price, they're left wondering how they allowed their future MVP to leave and take over Europe.
We're comparing this to Kobe, some comparing it to MJ. I understand she hadn't played in the league yet, but at least the popularity and the
Europe realized the WNBA's biggest error and stepped in to give Clark exactly what she deserved. A league that respects her fans who love her and, most importantly, a game free from all the drama. While Caitlin Clark is out there living her best life, the WNBA is mired in the mess they created, and honestly, they deserve every bit of it.